Hey, 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 hey. It's Jilly Ray Ray. Back with another video for you guys. Hope y'all doing all right out there tonight. Sorry, I know my face looks a little ashy. Do y'all rinse y'all's rice before y'all cook it? Because I know I do. I always have to rinse my rice. Always. I cook some salmon. And I'm cooking some. Let's see that asparagus. Third, we eat good over here. What else about that? Yeah, I get this rice. Y'all eat this rice? Okay, now I had to get all of this situated. But listen, this is a message that I want to touch on. And this message right here, just for you guys. This is a message that I want to touch on. Let me get my chair while I do this. Okay, yes. But anyway, so what I want to touch today on is not being perfect. Okay. I hope you guys can hear me. Make sure my battery life is good. Okay. What I want to touch on is not being perfect. Okay. Nobody is perfect, right? Yes, nobody is perfect. But when you get up every day and you try your ultimate best to be good and proper at the things that you do for yourself and your children and things like that, that's all that matters. You know what I mean? And if people are outside and they're giving you corrective criticism on things to do with parenting, because guess what? There's no rules when it comes to parenting. You get what I'm saying? So if someone is outside and they're giving you corrective criticism, don't always look at the message as being that someone's talking about you or downgrading you or making you feel less than or whatever the case may be, because guess what? That's not always the case. You know what I mean? Sometimes people want to see you do better than you're already doing for yourself. Just like with me in my situation. Like, yeah, no, yes, I am right now. I'm living on a based on income Section A apartment or whatever. But guess what? I don't plan to live on government and Section A for too much longer because you want to know why? I put a plan in motion for me to get myself out of this position because guess what? Government is meant to help you for a little while, but not for a long while. You know what I mean? And I don't believe in sitting up over here overly abusing systems and things like that when um, people are capable of going to work and getting up their ass and going to work for their family and their kids and things like that. Now, as I've been here, I in this based on income apartment, I have been applying for a lot of. Give me another spoon. I have been applying for a lot of remote jobs. With remote jobs, remote virtual jobs, and things like that. With remote virtual jobs, they tend to, have a longer hiring process. So it could be a process. So with the grace of God and, with the power in me, I know that I'm for certain that I'll have a decent one very, very soon. And once I'm able to, because I don't believe in, this is what I'm saying. I don't believe that people should just jump out there. Yeah, you might be going through things, but the way that inflation and the economy is and stuff like that, I do believe that people should stay with someone, roommate if you have to. I do believe that people should stay with some people right now. Go back and stay with your mom to save some money up, and don't move out if you really can't afford it. You know what I'm saying? Don't go out here and just because you're trying to keep up with the Joneses, moving to these $1,500 apartments, $1,700, and you only make $2,000 a month. That absolutely makes no sense. But you do have to do what you have to do for you and your family to provide. And if you are going through something like that, I do suggest that you pick up some side incomes, some side hustles, selling food on the side of the road, picking up some garbage, some trash for people, or a lot of apartment complex, picking up cleaning jobs on the side as well. If your house is good enough, clean enough, babysit some kids for a lower rate on the side as well. Cook some meals and resell those meals in your neighborhood if you're able to. Any extra type of income is really valuable and it helps right now. You know what I mean? Because we are going through an inflation where toilet paper rolls used to be 25 cents to 50 cents for a single roll, but now it's almost $2 per roll. So yes, we are going through an inflation outside. And at the end of the day, nobody is perfect, not whatsoever. So to sit around and ultimately overjudging someone is not my motive. It's just not my motive. It's not anything that I plan to do or want to do. But I do believe in giving corrective criticism. And if you've been down that road and if you've been through things like that, then yes, you do have the right to and the experience to give someone corrective criticism. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's okay. It's okay to give a word of advice, but not push it and overly, too much or whatever. But I just believe that no one's perfect and everybody should do, what works for them, not what works for, the outside world, but what works for them. And also try to do your very, very best when it comes to a lot of things in life, because guess what? Nobody is perfect, but you do have to get up every day and you do have to try. Like, let's be for real. You know what I'm saying? You do have to try. So I had mixed some white rice with some yellow rice, but I got to thinking like, yellow rice takes way longer it takes like 20 minutes to cook yellow rice and maybe like 10 minutes to cook the white rice. So I'm like, I hope that my white rice doesn't get too more, smushy. And I hope that the consistency, not too much salt, you guys, because when you cook with too much salt and sugar, just a little pinch, you know what I'm saying? No more than that. You get what I'm saying? Because guess what? When you cook with a lot of salt, that's too much sodium, and too much sodium could lead to congestive heart failure, and stroke and heart attack and things like that. And you definitely don't want that to happen to your body. And then also with a lot of sugar, you don't really want to give your kids a lot of sugar intake and things like that because they could become pre-diabetic with type 2 diabetes. And that's, you definitely don't want that to happen for yourself or your children. So therefore, that's why I suggest, getting big things of water like this to drink, just to stay hydrated and to kind of lay off the sodas and things like that, because you don't really know. I mean, let's be serious. Let's be honest here. None of us are scientists here. You know what I mean? And the way that things are these days, everything is fake. All the food is artificially made or grown in a lab or grown in a field with, a lot of preservatives and, MSG on food, gluten, all types of stuff. So we're not scientists, and we don't have a lab at home to, do the compounding on what we see in food. You know what I mean? So we just try to keep it as healthy and as on a strict diet as possible. Like I said, you want to have a green, a meat, a green, and a starch, and some fruit and water, green tea. And it also helps you flush those toxins out your body. You know what I mean? Like, I've been with my husband and he likes to eat out. So, that's why I've gained a few extra pounds, because he likes to eat out. I'm like, I try to eat healthy, and then, he likes pork. And I'm like, I don't really do pork, but I've been eating it a little bit because he likes it. And I don't want to, I'm like, well, I'm trying to tell him and wean him off of it. Like, hey, when we go out or I'm over at his house, like, we don't always have to eat pork. You know what I mean? Like, let's eat something else. You know what I mean? Like, let's eat some baked chicken. He's like, no. Fry the food. You fry really good. Come over here and fry this. And I'm like, okay, but you can't always eat fried food. Like, stop it. Like, you can't always eat fried food. You can't always sit up and drink 24 packs of soda. That's very not so healthy. Like I said, we are not scientists. We don't know what's in the compound of those foods. We don't really know. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, please just watch what you eat. Watch what you feed your children. If you slowly introduce your kids to greens and you put it on their plate, they're gonna eat it. Like, especially if you're like, no, you can't have any snacks, junk food, or anything like that, they're definitely gonna go and eat those greens. Like my kids, they love asparagus. You know what I mean? So therefore, that's why I'm cooking asparagus, because they really love it. You know what I mean? And I had to introduce it to them slowly but surely. You know what I mean? So yeah, but now I'm just waiting on my rice to finish cooking. I'm mixing up my asparagus, and then I'm gonna call these kids to come and eat. You know what I mean? And I'm Jilly Ray Ray. I'm just a girl from down south. I'm in South Carolina. I'm in the Carolinas. If y'all, wherever y'all from, let me know in the comment section. I really appreciate my viewers. I made it to 28,000 views. I hope to keep going and going and going and going and going and let you guys know a little bit of my journey and what I'm going through, but not too much, because people like to get on the internet and judge people all the time. And what I say to that is, if you're gonna judge someone, if you're gonna talk about, I don't believe in talking about people if you're not trying to help them. You know what I mean? Like, don't go and sit up and talk about a person. Don't talk about a person being homeless if you're not going to send them some references and some resources and things like that. You know what I mean? Don't talk about a person not having a job if you're not going to send them any leads for a job. Don't talk about a person, family being dirty or unclean, or calling them a bad mom if you're not trying to suggest some cleaning tips or some avenues that they could, some resources, some avenues that they could use, or cleaning tips or parenting tips or stuff like that. Because like I said, at the end of the day, nobody is perfect. Okay. And we're all outside trying to do the best that we can. You know what I mean? And that's just the best that we can do. Always remember that God loves you and God is on your side. If you are having trouble, or you're in a financial bind, or, you're going through things, just remember that God has your back. God loves you. No matter what anyone is saying about you and your situations, God will see you through it. He wouldn't put more on you that you could bear. You know what I mean? And I know on this video, my views were at really like 0 to 1, but that's okay. I'm still, going to get this message out. And if you guys are seeing this video as a replay, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It's Julie Ray Ray. I'm mom. I was a single mom, but I just recently got married. And I just want to show you guys my journey of it's hope out there for, single moms. It's hope out there for single moms. So don't ever get discouraged on that. And you guys, I'm almost done cooking and I love you guys. And like I said, don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe. And it's Julie Ray Ray.